Navigating retirement, wills, estate planning, and elder care is challenging. Baby Boomers Barrister is here to help. We have the expertise and empathy to plan for you or your parents. That's why Baby Boomers Barrister is one of the leading estate planning law firms in Tampa Bay. Call or visit babyboomersbarrister.com to schedule an appointment to discuss your goals and get answers to your questions about long-term planning and financing from Tampa Bay's trusted elder law attorney. Experience clarity and peace of mind. babyboomersbarrister.com.
Bitch.
Blog Talk Radio.
This be the Metal Hammer of Doom, and I be your... All right, I'm not doing that anymore. I am your host, the mandated reporter, and frankly, I'm mortified, Mr. Mark Radulich. And tonight, as I started to say, we are looking at the Pirates metal. Yes, Running Wild. Their new album, Rapid Foray, which came out August 26th, 2016. I love this band. While not quite as pirate metal-y as Ailstorm, they don't necessarily sing from the point of view of pirates. They sing about pirating. They sing about life at sea. I came to know this band by the song Under Jolly Roger. I played it for a foster child who I was working with when I was an in-home therapist, and he thought the song was I Like Jolly Roger. And he would sing in the car, I like Jolly Roger. Weird thing, but I fell in love with the band after that. I've been listening to Running Wild ever since, and so I am very happy to be able to review their new album tonight, Rapid Foray. Of course, I am not alone. There are two people here that are going to stop me anytime I start going into the pirate voice again. There's no pirate voices. First, taking back his second chair where he belongs, he's finally able to join us after a few weeks off. The Metal Coop, Robert Cooper. How do you do, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, but I mean, technically, I was here last week.
Were you?
Even yes, we did Sabaton. Remember? I was like, Dad, can I do my plug so I can go play with my friends?
Oh, that's right. You were here last week. You know what? Quit living in the past. Correct.
I'm sure that works in all your fights at home.
Well, I'm glad you're able to do it for a second week in a row. How about that?
There you go. Nice spin on that one. Ooh.
So what's it like being a mall cop, by the way?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I reposted that picture because there were a lot of people that I was not Facebook friends with 3 years ago. Oh, yeah, it's great being a mall cop. I really considered, you know what, next time I shave my beard, I'm going to do that again. Because it was really funny. I shared that to a coworker about a month and a half ago, and he goes, how much did you weigh? I'm like, 245. He's like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, yeah, that mustache makes me look really fat, doesn't it?
I was going to say, you've got some serious, Ron Jeremy porn mustache going on there, friend.
Yeah. Yeah, it was because I grew the beard out some, and my mom's like, "You gotta shave." So I told her, "Sure," and then I left that mustache, and she was like, "Hell no, you going back in there and shaving it? It looks like shit." I mean, I've got a lot of really good responses to it. My uncle told me I looked like a Polish national. I get a mall cop, dictator, dictatory mall cop, 80s dad. Whatever the hell Simon versus Simon is.
Simon and Simon.
I don't know what Simon is. I know one's a member of, one's partnered with Art Garfunkel and the other one is a game.
I'm going to tell you this right now, and then I'm going to bring him on here since he's already, since he's chomping at the bit clearly. Yeah,
I'm mucking up the intro.
Yeah, exactly. Quiet, you.
Back in your hole.
Get back in the basement. We'll let you know when you can bounce. If you grow that mustache out like that again and don't have the beard, you're not going to be allowed around children.
Oh well, no. I mean, that's usually I have the beard. Like I don't just do like straight mustache because I don't feel like I can quite pull that off. You know, I'm not really a mall cop or. I'm not really of the Hispanic heritage because I've noticed those men can wear mustaches like no other. Like every Hispanic guy with a mustache, I'm like, bravo, sir, bravo. Like, you know, I feel like that's a rite of passage. Me, not so much. I just it just like doesn't grow as thick in the middle, but it just gets comb overed by like the rest of the fur curtain, as I'll call it. But I think next time I have a really bad date, I'm just going to, like, go to the bathroom and shave and just come back with that mustache.
Just as long as you have a mustache underneath your loincloth. I'll explain that later. All right.
Well,
and
yes. Oh, yes, pube stash for Harambe.
All right, and this giggling motherfucker over here, the third chair, of course, our good friend and co-host and host of his own podcast, Source Material, Mr. Jesse Starcher. How do you do, sir?
I don't see how motherfuckers can even try and keep it professional when you guys are telling jokes and shit. Somebody's supposed to sit there and not laugh. It's kind of impossible. Let me tell you. Let me just go ahead and say that the third chair stinks a little bit. Thanks, Coop.
Shit your pants?
Where are you going? What kind of podcast is this?
Okay. About 5 years ago, I had a yard sale. All right. Now you guys tell me if this is You guys tell me if this is money, because I didn't do it. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. I did not do this, but
are we having an intervention? Wait, what's happening now?
The plan was, okay. The plan was to get a patch and a hook and advertise it as a yard sale. And then as the people came up, I was going to be in a pirate.
Oh, my God. Wait,
how is that not money?
First of all, you were having a yard sale, and you were gonna do like a pirate thing and call it a yard sale?
It was going to be advertised as a yard sale. I had like 10 R's in it.
You motherfucker.
That is the goddamn whitest thing. You know what? That is like in my class today. They were talking about Jerry Springer as mayor of Cincinnati and him paying a prostitute with a check. And I just said loudly, I practically yelled at white people. And that is the equivalent of paying a hooker with a check when you're just across the river from where you live and you're the mayor.
Not too far. So not money, huh? Oh, come on.
That's the kind of shit that makes me hate white people. I just want you to know that.
You have no appreciation.
I would make. I would make that joke and then just give the serial. Apparently, my I'm excited face makes me look like a serial killer where I tell like a really bad joke and then I'm looking around like Hades from Hercules and like and absolutely nobody laughs.
Well,
y'all are trying too hard.
Everybody that would have went to that yard sale would have come away with an awesome story. Now, come on, you can't deny me that. But I should have went through with it. Pictures would have been all over the internet. I would have been YouTube famous, all sorts of shit. And you guys sitting here.
Your house would have been pegged as like possible like child molester, and people need to stay away from it.
So speaking of pirate metal, tell me about these guys we're listening to tonight. Mark, you kind of already told us a little bit about where and when you became a fan. How long have these guys been around?
They have been around since 1976. They were active. No, I'm reading it right off the Wikipedia page. They have been around from 1976 to 2009. They took a break, and then they came back in 2011, and they have been around ever since. Now, apparently, they started off a little bit different, but in 1987, as I was saying before, they released the album Under Jolly Roger. Not I Like Jolly Roger, little black retarded kid. It's Under Jolly Roger, which was a switch to the pirate-based and historical themes, creating and influencing the later named pirate metal subgenre, heavy metal in the 2000s in the process. So we basically have Running Wild to thank for all these other pirate metal bands. And while they didn't necessarily get like dressed up in the gear, ever since then they've had bands that actually dress up like pirates and sing about the life at sea and all of that. So blame Running Wild. But Running Wild did it first and did it best, in my opinion. Though Ailstorm is a whole other kettle of fish. But there are now so many bands doing this. I put a few of them on our shared playlist where it's like they're not even doing metal anymore. They've just resorted to just doing sea shanties. In any case, now, how much of the pirate metal have you listened to since you've been associated with this podcast? Because I put some stuff on our playlist, and I've been talking about the genre for a while. I've definitely been talking about Ailstorm forever. We've covered a few Ailstorm albums. How much have you listened to?
Ailstorm's probably about it. That is the extent of what you guys had covered on here since I've really started listening. And I can't think of any other pirate metal bands that I've listened to. I never knew about the genre until you guys covered it. So it's very slim, very slim. I'm going to hop on Spotify and just look at the stuff that you put on there. Did you recently just put it on there?
Not necessarily. I've sprinkled a bit hither and thither. Some other, I'm just going on Wikipedia right now. So here's a list of pirate metal bands that they've come up with. They've got Ailstorm, obviously, Rubber Gypsy, Running Wild, Swashbuckles. That was the one I couldn't think of. Dude, Swashbuckles. Bunch of fat guys in pirate costumes. Fantastic. Think of like a gay crowbar.
And they're not nearly a gay crowbar. It's sparkly. It's dyed its hair, and every time you go to use it, it's just like no. Swashbuckle are interesting because all of their songs are like piratey and themed, but they don't sound piratey. They're just kind of a grind band.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. They're just the worst. And another band here called Cat o' Nine Tails. So that's just a couple of examples of pirate metal bands. There's definitely a few more out there, but more than just historical themes and thinking about the pirate life. This is yet another progressive heavy metal band. What do you know about them, Robert? What's your take on Running Wild before we get into this first album?
I've been dipping into some Running Wild as of late while at work. I blew some of it to the speakers while driving a forklift. Safe things.
As you do.
I don't have. Yeah. I'm pretty good at that. Hey, I'm even certified to train people on a forklift now. So if you guys ever need any tips,
all right.
Yeah, look at me. But Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of experience with them. Looking at their Metal Archives, the reviews here, it's like they're amazing until they came back. And then apparently from like 2000 on, it was just like the equivalent of using your asshole to play a tuba.
Ouch.
Well, I enjoy this album that we're going to listen to tonight. I have no major problems with it. They have a lot of albums. I mean, they go back to their first studio album being 1984. And then a year later, they had another album, and then Under Jolly Roger comes out in 1987. And then they just kind of go crazy from there on.
Let me just say that their timeline of band members is unbelievable. Of course, we're going from 1976 forward. That is a shit ton of people that played in that band.
Let's look at
that. Some people being, German and in this band going, I'm not going to try to do a German accent because I can't. But just the idea of, like, you want me to do what now? What, we're going to think about fucking pirates? What do you, I want to think about, Satan and, and I want to think about girls and drugs. You want me to think about pirates? What is it, some little kid act? Meanwhile, it takes off. But I can imagine, like, at least a handful of people in the band going, no, fuck this shit. I'm not doing it.
Jesus. Like, looking at this, even on Metal Archives, they have an ex-Pyrotechnics guy. Huh?
10 drummers. 10 drummers.
That's not even counting the live drummers. There's like 3 others, and they're currently working with a session live drummer too, other than a dead one.
Just a skeleton with a hat on playing drums.
Hey, that would fit the band.
Yes, it would.
Yes, it would. We are.
7. Yep, that's 10, and then you throw in the current live ones. That makes 11. Since it's weird. I guess they must have a drum machine at this point. Since rock and roll, shut up. Yeah, I'm looking there. Their vocalist / guitar guy who also plays bass. His name is Rock and Rolf.
Rock and Rolf. Like the fucking guy from Billy Bob's arcade. Wasn't one of them named Rolf? Yeah, that's regional. You guys probably have no idea.
I was going to go with another recent children's cartoon, Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Rolf. The foreign kid. Yeah.
Don't remember.
Yeah, it's it is wonderful.
Real quick, we have to have our weekly dad talk. Yes.
No. Yeah.
You have a 2-year-old, right? You have a 2-year-old, right?
Yes, sir.
Paw Patrol, yay or nay?
Paw Patrol, the kid loves the Paw Patrol. He doesn't watch it all the time because we don't do it. We don't do that show, but he does like the Paw Patrol.
Dude, Jonah's obsessed with it. And
okay.
They haven't even aired the episode with Tracker, but he's all about that character, and that's all he talks about is Tracker.
Oh man, I can remember Caleb getting into stuff like that, like being all excited about an episode that hasn't aired, and I'm like, dude, you're fucking like 3 years old. I wasn't into shit like that, expecting stuff to air or, waiting for a character to appear until I think that shit was going on with Timu Mizumi, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with Timu Mizumi, but I could probably sing in the theme song here if you need it. However, that shit was noticeable with Caleb. Colton, not so much though. This go round.
Well, I've noticed one thing, like when my daughter was a little bit younger, and they had like a Sophia the First episode that was going to feature like a mermaid, or the Princess Ivy. They advertised that shit like a month and a half in advance, and every week, because kids are dumb and can't tell time, they don't know dates. 3-year-olds. These dumb 3-year-olds. They're just like, I want to see the Princess Ivy one. It's like, it's not going to be, it's January. The shit's not going to be on until June. So
you got to hear that shit every day until June hits.
Yeah, so my life now, my wife was just telling me that one of her coworkers, her kid's into Star Wars, and I have a friend of the family who, is kind of like, like a relative almost. That kid, I got him into superheroes like the day he was born. That's his shit now, okay? I just got him for his birthday a trio of Batman presents. My kid, fucking Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
I'm just waiting for that day that Jonas actually likes something that I'll be excited to buy him presents for. Be like, yeah, you're into something that I'm into too. You're not fighting me at every turn. All right, so Jesse knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, darn. You can't mold the children into a second version of you yet.
We try our damnedest, though, Coop.
Dude, SummerSlam, no shit, and then I'll go on and I'll play the first track, which is Black Skies, Red Flag. No shit, Brock Lesnar says in an interview, okay, so fake wrestler in a fake interview for a fake fight with Randy Orton says, I've been doing this since I'm 5 years old. I immediately stopped watching SummerSlam and looked for a program to sign my son for wrestling into.
Oh, man.
Nerd. All
Oh,
right.
shoot.
Funny, I don't remember being 3 years old all that well, but see, I grew up in a time where we didn't have a guide on the television. I'm sure you two didn't either. So when it came to things, I was like, fuck yeah, Power Rangers, sure. And then I wasn't allowed to watch it because I hit it. I started punching people. Yeah. So it was like, Batman, cool. And then it was like, when I hit 7 Pokemon, cool. I was receptive to shit. I guess they just didn't market the fuck out of it. Like, hey, the Green Ranger showed up. All right, who's that? Oh, no. Damn millennials. Get off my lawn.
All right, we continue to talk about this in a little minute, but let's get to the first track so we can actually move this podcast on.
Rock and roll in his yard sale.
Fucking money, Coop.
This is Running Wild's Rapid Foray. First track, Black Skies, Red Flag. Right off the bat, very cool song, good tempo. Obviously, going right back to the heart of the matter. Black flags on pirate ships. Black skies, red flags. Just the whole concept of pirate ships fighting at sea. Blood on the flag. Blood on the dance floor. What do you think, Coop?
Sorry. I just sneezed. I thought the song was a nice intro. I admit, I was really excited for this album after hearing that song. And then I heard that song about 5 more times. So I was like, I mean, there's some nice standout tracks on this album, and this song's a nice introduction. It's a nice kind of taste of what we're getting into. I would have liked for future songs to not totally be this. Does that make sense?
You're already saying we have a problem of samesies on this album?
Yeah. Track 1, same as the rest of them.
Well, that's why we brought Jesse. That's why we actually dragged Jesse onto the show at this point, because when we get samesies, we can just start dragging random bullshit out, so we can pad the podcast like we're a 7th grader's bra.
Drag it on out.
Listen, Coop, we used to be you and I used to be quite good at just talking bullshit before Jesse came along. Don't sell yourself short. You can bullshit with the best of them.
Oh, you bet your ass I can bullshit. I am like King Bullshitter Supreme. But yeah, this song here, I liked it. I like the pirate theme that they have going. I like that we could get piratey lyrics. Quite frankly, pirates are misrepresented and underrepresented. Yes, they're misrepresented. I feel like they really should be played more towards the murderous angle. Yeah, they are underrepresented in metal. Quite frankly, the fact we only have 5 bands that do pirates and we have 40 bands that do Vikings. Just saying. Well, then again, technically Vikings are just bearded pirates, like really white beardy pirates. But who's counting?
Let me say this, and I'll hand it over to Jesse. One of the things first of all, one of the things I like about Running Wild is I enjoy their musical style. I like the fact that most of their songs are very high tempo. These are guys that really know how to play their guitars. They really shred. Everything just sounds like it's going a million miles an hour without it turning into fucking death metal or grindcore. So that's one of the things and this is a Black Sky's Red Flag. If somebody were to say like, well, what does Running Wild kind of sound like? And other than playing Underbelly Roger for them, I might play this song and say pretty much if you hear this, you get a good sampling of the Running Wild catalog. But the other thing I like about them is I enjoy Ailstorm, but Ailstorm is like first-person narrative. They are pirates. That is their gimmick. When they walk on stage, even though the lead singer looks like a very skinny version of Encino Man, Brendan Fraser, they are singing from the perspective of they are pirates, where these guys are more like historians telling you about, these are bards. Telling you about epic battles and tales and and whatnot, and I almost like that better, because as much as I enjoy Ailstorm, that gets a little gimmicky at times. Whereas I think you open yourself up more to more interesting things and topics when you're just sort of relating different. It's kind of like what we talked about last week with Sabaton. Another good example would be Iced Earth. When they deal in some of their historical albums. So let me hear from you, Jesse, and then we'll go to track 2.
Okay, yeah, great opener. I do like how at the beginning of this, I remember playing this first track going, okay, this is some shit I can get into. I'm digging it. The song felt a little long. Now, it's 4 minutes and 38 seconds, so really, honestly, if you just look at the time, it's not that long. I don't know why it felt long to me. I don't know if it just kind of got repetitive. I'm not saying samey. I'm just saying that the song kind of, it just felt like it kind of drug a little bit longer than it should. But yeah, I think this honestly is one of the best songs off of this album. So to get the attention, I think it's a great opener.
All right, let's go to track 2. This is Warmongers. going back through their catalog, one thing that stands right out is they love them that riff. Running Wild loves them some of that riff because they use it a lot.
Yeah, it gets it gets passed around more than Lita in a Mexican locker room.
Hey now.
Olay.
Yeah, right. I
Did.
love that one. That is one of my favorite ones to just dig out, and especially because if you don't like wrestling or never read the rumor mills or the dirt sheets, you won't know what I'm talking about. Just like that time Sid Vicious put a squirrel down his pants.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, he had like a pet squirrel, and someone bet him that they do something, that he couldn't keep it in his pants for a minute, and he bit him on the balls, and he fell over and squished it.
Oh, geez.
And I had to get like 10 rabies shots, and it was his pet squirrel or something like that.
That's a bad day at the office.
Yes, sir.
That is. Well, that's why you don't put rodents in your pants. Oh,
lesson
unless
learned.
you're Raven, because he gets all the ring rats. Get it?
Oh, hey-o.
Oh my God.
Track 2, you're busting them out.
I feel like with the role I'm on, I should be hosting a yard sale.
Fucking money, Coop. I'm telling you.
What will I have at the yard sale? I'll have the gold coins and the oranges.
Dude.
I'm just going to go ahead and boo you right now, okay? Boo!
So nobody gets the scurvy.
Oh, man. Fucking news crews would have been here, Coop. I should have went through with it. Damn.
I really think you should. You know what? Next time you have a yard sale, after the auction scene gets to be a little too much, just like me on eBay. The other day on eBay, I bought $60 worth of anime. It wasn't until I'd already bid that dollar with the $60 shipping that I looked at the description and reread it again, and it was like, none of this is in English. I went, ooh. Getting rid of this is going to be hard.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
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 It's going to be hard.
It's going to be hard.
It's going to be hard.
Hard. Yeah, this song here is a study in repetition. Mm-hmm. It is very... What is so damn funny? What is so damn funny about me just saying repetition?
I just like that you said it. It was funny to me. No
Yeah,
question me.
Yeah, it was. It's really funny because it just goes. The song, I'm like, all right, cool, and then it goes on and on. I think what was the song? 5 minutes? Because I was listening to it and I'm like, damn, are we done yet? Yeah, this song was. No, I'm sorry, that's the next song. Oh, I guess even worse. Yeah, it was like 4 minutes. I'm like, okay, warmongers. Yeah, warmongers. Yeah. Warmongers. Yeah.
What is the difference between a warmonger and a pirate? Is there one?
Sure.
One of them holds office, the other one sails the seas.
Okay. All right.
Shut up, you liberal panty waist. You peace neck.
I mean,
the entire time I was chuckling and doing the whole elbow
If Hillary Clinton could sit down for just a moment, I'll explain to Jesse the difference here between a pirate. A pirate is a terrorist. Okay.
Okay.
We tend to glorify this shit because Johnny Depp once dressed up all gay and gothic and danced on a barrel for Disney, but really,
I think he still is.
We were next summer, as a matter of fact, new Pirates of the Caribbean, everyone. But I mean, we tend to glorify pirates. I mean, even here in Tampa Bay, I think I've even talked about this. We do a whole fucking parade about when terrorists fucking showed up on the shores of Tampa here. But that's what they are. They're just criminals. They are criminals, and people's freight and riches used to travel the seas, and They were not always protected, and they was easy prey. And so, you'd get yourself a ship, you'd get yourself a bunch of other criminals, and you'd raid ships. And that's it. That's all. That's what you do. That's a pirate. You're talking about a warmonger. You're talking about something like a higher level here. They say, like your peacenik friend over here, your Democrat buddy, might call George Bush and Dick Cheney warmongers because they started a war for no good reason. See, that's not what pirates do. Pirates are robbers. They are murderers. They are looking to, they are looking to steal from people. Warmongers.
Hey, that's the healthcare industry.
Holy thing. Say what?
That's the healthcare industry.
All right. This is not that kind of podcast. Sir, are you okay now? Do you understand? Have I properly educated you?
Yes, sir. I'm educated. I didn't understand why in the world they were singing a song condemning some people who were going to war when they're pirates and they're bloody well known for fucking, taking shit and pillaging. So it kind of caught me by surprise that they were, this whole song was nothing but about, just really ripping to shreds these people that do that. So I do see the difference. I see where you're coming from.
To put it in a way that you might understand, warmongers might be prophets of doom.
Oh shit! I know where you're going there.
Condoleezza Rice is nice, but I prefer
a Roni.
All right. Stick to your guns. Track 3. Here we go. That song could have been done by Great White, and no one would have ever fucking known the difference.
Oh no, that's fucking AC/DC all over.
Yeah,
AC/DC, that is where I was going with that one.
No, I'm right there with you. That was the first thing I thought of. That riff, that sounded like Kiss, actually. I think I know I've heard that riff before, and I can't place it. And it's like a popular song.
Yeah, this is a song I was like, Jesus, how long is this song gonna go? Oh no, we still got 1.5 to go. Yeah, it's. It's one of those, I like the riff and I like what it was doing. It was nice and fun, but just like me on a date, it kind of outlived its welcome.
2 minutes into it.
Yep, 2 minutes in, and I'm realizing I need to go shave my mustache.
Goodness gracious. Self-deprecating humor.
It's a good rock anthem. I mean, I'll give it that.
Mm-hmm.
The irony is some of the samey quality of this album is really them sticking to their guns.
Fist up high.
Dude, seriously, you were like fucking Shecky from Niagara Falls tonight. What's going on with you?
Well, with all the puns?
Yeah.
The
Dude,
Punisher.
yes, and I dole out punishment.
Clearly.
Dude, I love making puns. It's actually, it's been a while since I've had a pun fest.
Oh,
All right.
I guess I have so little, like, really constructive to say about this album. Most of them just like, it was there. I have to bullshit. They had puns everywhere. I'm like the Tooth Fairy, except I take like mediocre songs and leave shitty puns.
what a trade-off! Awesome.
All right. I think we should just move on here to track 4. This is our title track for this album. This is Rapid Foray. Cannon fire. Got a good tempo to it, got a good beat. It doesn't necessarily get into the samey category. There's some different riffs on there that were pretty enjoyable. All around pretty good song. Jesse?
Yeah, I enjoyed it there. Coop, have you ever heard of the Pirates of Darkwater?
Yes, I have.
Was that something you watched when you was a wee young one growing up?
No, I think that was a little before my time. I watched a lot of The Tick.
That doesn't fit in with where I'm going here, Coop. I would say the first half of this song belongs as the title, the intro to Pirates of Darkwater. I could see it. Now, Mark Radulich, you're a little too old for Pirates of Darkwater, I'm sure. But did you ever watch any of that?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
All right. Fucking cartoons. Anyway, hey, I look at the lyrics of this and I'm like, this is like pirates all over. One of the things that one of the things I'm thinking of here is that I might have been spoiled a little bit with Ailstorm going into this album. Okay, these guys are like 15 albums fucking deep. And
like
Ailstorm, Ailstorm is, they've been around for a little while, but certainly nothing like this. And I know these guys obviously probably changed their craft at some point, but regardless, taking these guys seriously is something I have to kind of acquire. I've listened to this album twice now, and each time I'm sitting there going like, okay, that was fun, it was up-tempo, but I didn't laugh like I was, and it's not like they're supposed to make me laugh, though. I understand that. It's just that for some reason, no, it's not. And Ailstorm had when I say fun, Ailstorm took it to that nth level with some of the shit that they were singing. And, of course, there were some Back to the Future references, which I'm okay with. But regardless, that's one thing that it takes me to get used to. Just to hear a straight-up, metal songs, rock song or whatever about pirates, it's kind of weird. Now, the historical aspect that you pointed out, maybe that's what I'm missing, because I appreciate, practically gushed over Sabaton last week. So I have an appreciation for historical content and albums. This one just didn't grab me like some of the other ones have. So anyway, Rapid Foray though, Pirates of Darkwater. Coop?
Yeah, this was a fun song. Had a nice little swing to it. It kind of woke me out of my lull of sticking to my guns. But Rapid Foreplay, pretty good.
Rapid Foreplay.
Yeah.
Just ask my wife.
That's what she said. All right. Like doing a podcast with Waldorf and with Waldorf and Statler over here.
You know, it's even better. It's like, I really like to represent myself as an intelligent member of the metal community that likes to really dig deep into music and analyze it. But quite frankly, this album's just like Pirates, Sandy Riff, Foreplay.
So far.
If I remember correctly, I think I enjoyed the song the best out of the entire album. I'll tell you in a moment, but I've listened to it a bunch of times now. I think I came away with this one being my favorite. This is By the Blood in Your Heart. Slower than you might, of a song that you would say, oh, I'm surprised Radulich likes that one. But I do. I dig the beat on that. I like the kind of sing-along, sing-songy makeup of the song. So, this is fun. I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it. It was a little slow in parts, but I mean, it was a okay song. Really, I think I'm going to be going to sleep hearing dun 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 dun. I really feel like Kurt Cobain is proud right now.
Hey, let me just ask, Mark Radulich, have you ever actually played guitar?
No,
or attempted to?
I tried playing bass. But I have a real problem with repetition. I don't know if you know that. I can't continually do the same thing over and over and over again. I need variety or I get very bored. I probably have attention deficit disorder, but I've never gone and gotten it diagnosed because I can function. But when it came to playing an instrument, I couldn't keep up with all the repetition that it takes to do that. And the guitar specifically, as many times as I've tried, I have Donald Trump hands.
Oh, man.
I have hands made for smashing things. I don't have hands made for fine craft.
Okay. I feel you there, man. I've tried, and fucking Shrek fingers kills me every time. I'm sitting there. There's no fucking way. Coop, what about you, man?
I could play the intro to Smoke on the Water.
Dude, that's seriously the fucking first song I ever learned. Mindy's brother taught me that song, and that's about as much as far as I got. Well, I shouldn't say that, because the reason I'm asking is that fucking guitar right there is something that I probably actually could play. Because all I would need is give me a fucking tab sheet. Give me a fucking tab sheet. I'll sit down and I will figure this shit out, and we will be singing By the Blood in Your Heart before the night is over. That is for damn sure.
By the blood in your ass. Yeah, I could probably play guitar because I have pretty long, slender fingers. It's just, let's see, I learned to play backwards because I play Guitar Hero like a left-handed person. So now anytime I air guitar, it's like a left-handed person. Because in my mind, when you think about it, why would I use my more dexterous hand to do the repetitious motion?
That's pretty fucking ingenious, considering I'm left-handed, and I've had to. I used to get bitched at about the lefty flip for fucking Guitar Hero all the fucking time. My buddies would have to play after me. Oh, you fucking gotta go in here and switch it over. Oh, fuck you, I'm left-handed. Anyway,
I play it like that with. I didn't lefty flip it. Like I play it with the right-handed control setup while holding it left-handed. Like I hold my pen like I'm left-handed, but I'm absolute garbage with my left hand at most things. So,
well, you started talking about playing air guitar left-handed. I read something where somebody was talking about playing a guitar left-handed, and they said in reality what you want to do is you want to learn how to play right-handed so you can walk into anybody's house, and if there's a guitar sitting there, you can pick it up and play with no problem. So you know what my remedy to that was? Start playing air guitar right-handed. That's what I fucking do with my life when I listen to By the Blood in Your Heart.
Okay. So I feel like what Jesse said in a very roundabout way is it's a very simple song.
Honestly, it's not a horrible song, but it's just like you said, it's slow. I mean, there isn't any magic any shredding going on in this song, which is fine. It fits the lyrics. It's a very positive song. That's another thing I wanted to say is that the lyrics to this are very positive. And what a year for the Metal Hammer of Doom for a lot of great positive songs. We've talked a lot about some of the most positive stuff that has come out there in metal, from Hatebreed. Death Angel even has a great positive anthem in there. So this kind of goes along with it.
All right. Coop, unless you got anything, let's move on here.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
All right.
We're gonna skip track 6 because that's an instrumental song, and just go on track 7.
Dude, I went on a date and I yelled that. I just thought it was funny because that was my really horrible date where I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to try and say something to laugh. She's like, what? I yelled, jet fuel can't melt steel beams. And she just looked at me dead in the eyes and went, Bush playing 9/11 and Cheney profited from the war. I went, what the fuck? I know I walked into that. But come on, man.
Was she being serious?
Yeah.
She was.
What was it? No. I just I was just trying to because that usually makes me chuckle when I'm like, oh, jet fuel can't melt steel beams. And then she straight up tinfoil hatted me. And then just kept going on. And I'm like, oh, my God, you're a liberal douche.
You should have whipped at your dick and pissed all over her.
No, let's see. No, that was the girl who ate the pizza and finished.
Hang on. Jesse, it's hard to imagine I ever got married, huh?
Oh, it takes a special woman to love a special man.
And he teaches special ed. Coincidence? I think not.
Oh shit.
That was a bad date. And that girl still contacts me. It's weird, but yeah, that was the one who we went out for pizza, and she finished her pizza before I showed up.
All right, I want to talk more about this girl. She fascinates me. But let's hear first from Ye Old Pirates, Black Bot. listen, let's get to what's important here. You want to bang this chick?
Coop, do you want to bang the chick? Are you sitting there thinking about it or what?
No. I could have swore I told this story on here, but yeah, it was. Yeah, she was definitely not as cute as the picture at all. Like.
Oh, is this a Tinder?
Yeah, this was Tinder.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. It was like, okay. I'm like, hey, she seemed pretty cute, and then like, you know, we texted, and she seemed nice and bubbly, and she's like sent me one picture, and I'm like, okay, maybe. And so I get there, and I walk in, soaking wet because it was pouring that day, and she's sitting there like in the seat, like staring at her phone, just flipping through. I'm like, hey, doesn't even get up. And so I'm like, hey, what's good here? She goes, well, I'm a vegetarian. I'm a vegetarian, so can't really tell you. I'm like, oh, thanks. And then the next 10 minutes was her flipping through her phone trying to figure out how to get.
Hang on, she sounds like a douche nozzle. She absolutely sounds like a douche nozzle.
She was such a fucking douche nozzle. Like, I couldn't even get like a smile at anything. Like, you look nice today. Nothing.
No, I totally remember you talking about this. But I go back to my original question: is that despite the fact that she's a douche nozzle, do you still want to bang her?
Oh God, no. Not even like it. Once I think I said this as well. Like when I'm on a date, like when I hit the car is when I really, like, you know, I get disengaged and I really kind of quickly reflect on the situation at hand. And that was when I got to the car. I went, ugh.
All right, so I have more questions. I have questions, sir. Questions that need answers. So, do you not want to bang this broad because she's a douche nozzle, or do you not want to bang this broad because she looks like fucking, a beaver or something?
Okay, can I go with option C, all the above? like it's one of those, like, she wasn't as pretty as the picture. Okay, I can look past that. She was not nearly as nice as she was through text. Quite frankly, she was like Daria, but not funny. Yeah, she's kind of a salty bitch. So
okay, here's my issue. Here's my issue with this. See, I can accept, like, you don't want to bang this broad because she looks like your dad. Okay, fine, I get it. If you're not attracted, you're not attracted. But not banging a chick because she's a douche nozzle if she's game. I don't know how I feel about that.
Doesn't sound like that chick was game for anything.
See, she is a douche nozzle and looks like my dad.
I take issue with that. How do you know she wasn't game? She could have absolutely been game and be a douche nozzle. Well, this is the age of the millennials. These people act like animals. They don't know how to behave.
Yeah, actually, when I told her that the way she acted, when I told her the way she acted really ostracized me and made me feel uncomfortable. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just didn't want to talk to anybody today." I'm like, "Then why did you say yes?"
Oh man.
Like, I was like, you could have lied. You could have been like, "Oh, I don't feel good," and then just, we'll do it another day, and I would have been all happy and giddy because it took me like 3 hours to text her back after, because I was like, "Hey, let me know when you get home, so you're not dead."
Let me know if you're DTF.
Okay, I actually remember some of the story. I remember, like, she's saying, like, she had no idea she was behaving like an animal. And that's my point. That is my point. You shouldn't hold it against her that she was raised by wolves and doesn't understand how to interact with a human being. I think the thing that you should focus on is whether or not you're attracted to this girl physically, and if you are, then, this other stuff, just get past it. No,
I'm trying to get you laid, Robert Cooper. I'm trying to get you laid.
It was like body-wise, it was like pudding. Like it wasn't like she was like really.
I don't know. That actually sounds tempting.
No. This is not.
Kind of a body. If Jesse had known it was going to be this kind of a body, he'd have stuck his dick in the mashed potatoes.
This is not snack pack pudding. This is 3 months past the expiration store brand that a hobo put his wiener in.
Got that hard crust at the top. It's been in the fridge. Ain't been covered.
So this girl is essentially made up of dirt that's been fucked by a hobo. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes. Like, I mean, honestly, it was like one of those. I'm like, oh, okay, she's kind of cute. Like, not really any curves besides the fact that, like, yeah, she's just like only like a little overweight. It wasn't bad or anything, but it's like she had really no body shape. Like, her face was kind of, I think, still had some of the a decent little amount of acne scarring, and like her face was just kind of like, oh, you kind of remind me of a dog.
All right. What would it take for you to bang this chick? Now I'm curious. Like, what would it take for you to get past?
Like a wooden 2x4 to the side of the head.
I was saying, like, how many beers in do we have to go?
Well, I don't drink, so I'm telling you, you'd have to knock me out with a 2x4.
It'd be like you go to the liquor store, you get a vodka, put it in a brown paper sack, you drink the whole fifth, and then you put the paper bag over her head. Are you ready to go?
Actually, I would probably buy like the whole shelf, get a body-sized paper bag, and then just kind of, and then just cut a few holes where necessary.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, look, that's fine. If you don't find the girl attractive, which you have clearly established, that's fine.
Yeah.
I accept your reasoning, and we can move on with the show. But I'm telling you right now, if you come on this show and you tell me that you're not going to give some chick the high horse right up the yin yang because she's a douche nozzle, I'm going to come to North Carolina and punch you right in the face.
Well, it would be so great to finally meet you, Mark Radulich.
Ding dong.
What's up, Coop?
All my cats run to the door, and then there's this man that come and hits me over the side of the head with a guitar while a porn actress said she's what was her name? Oh, what was that porno that you were in, Mark?
Oh, Brittany Stryker.
Yes, Brittany Stryker smack. I forgot which one it was, but I remember when you told me about it. I found it online and played you getting hit in the head with a guitar like 30 times in a row.
No, it's one of the cock smokers.
Yeah, I think it was 15.
Yeah, it's definitely one of them.
Yeah, because I remember that one wonderfully because I was telling my buddies, Mark Radulich, he told me a story on the Three Beards where he got hit in the head with a guitar so he could be in the CZW Royal. It was XPW Battle Royal, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't it?
It was XPW.
Yeah, XPW, and then you still didn't get in.
No,
they did not use my idea.
Well, you tried. You did your best.
I remember I actually listened to that Three Beards episode, if I remember correctly. Unless you told it on Casual Heroes at some point, I do remember you talking about that. Okay. And then I remember, was that the same place like where you got to hear stories from the chick about being like covered in cum and all that?
Yeah. Like Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Yes. Go back in the archives.
It's all the same terrible period of my life. Okay. Speaking of which, this next track is called Electrified. All right, now we're getting into samey territory. I didn't think there was anything particularly special about that track. Jesse?
I feel,
I was just going to say, it's got a fucking awesome name.
It's more like better of a band name than it is a song. But I'm sorry, Coop, you had something you wanted to say, and I threw it to Jesse instead. So go ahead.
I was just going to say that this really reminds me of a filler track from a Poison album. Like it was just like, and we get to review that. By the way, on the last song, we were too busy talking about that girl that I'm like, that I didn't get to make my reference to A Christmas Story. So, Black Bart was the song about the guy from A Christmas Story. There you go. All right. So,
good, Coop. Good participation in the podcast. Yes. Which, by the way, I'm weird because I didn't see that movie till I was 16, and quite frankly, I don't really give a fuck about it. Wow. Is that bad? No, I don't think that's weird. I don't care about Christmas Story either.
I seriously, I can't believe you haven't seen it till you were like 16, dude. That fucking thing would have been run into the fucking ground.
Well, see, here's the thing. My mom, like my dad, okay, so my parents never got married, and my mom's controlling my dad's dick. So
I'm sorry. I hear you say that, and all I can think about is Bill Cosby. And she told the entire room, the living room, that my parents were never married.
But so my dad, I go to one parent's house at noon on Christmas. And my mom, pretty much first thing I do, I get there about 12 o'clock-ish, get to open presents, whatever, and then we go run off to somebody's house. Well, my mom hates that movie. She hates most movies. She's no fun. But she hates that movie. My dad doesn't give 0.3 of a shit about that movie. And most of the houses that we went to, I was either watching cartoons or whatever fucking movie. Hell, I didn't get to see Christmas Vacation until I was 12, and that's my movie right there. One of my favorite things is to do at work is to walk in and say we're going to have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby danced with Danny fucking Kaye, and nobody gets that kind of look at me like,
oh,
damn,
no.
You're mighty vulgar today. Oh, yeah, I once got told by a coworker after calling somebody a cunt and then sneezing and saying, excuse me, he looked at me and went, no. He's like, so you mean to say you dropped that word and then you're saying, excuse me? It's like, you're weird. I'm like, what? I only say cunt when I mean they're a really big asshole. Like the British. But, yeah, most people don't quite get that one. But, that movie, not on my Christmas to-do list. It's like Christmas, The Tick Loves Santa, which is the Tick Christmas special, which is one of the best things ever. It's like Power Rangers Christmas special, of course, Power Rangers Zeo Christmas special to be exact. Few Sentai Kamen Rider episodes, and then we throw in Die Hard, Christmas Vacation, and Jingle All the Way.
Let me. First of all, there are only 3 good things to watch at Christmas time. There's only 3. Okay, everything else can go suck a dick.
What about Jingle All the Way, Mark? Jingle All the Way.
No, sorry. Dick sucking. First thing, obviously Die Hard. Die Hard, we established on Long Road to, and is the greatest Christmas movie ever put to film. So the second thing you should be watching after you watch Die Hard is Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Every red-blooded American citizen should be watching Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. If you don't, you're a communist and a homosexual. Now, the third thing you should be watching, and at this point, you can probably only find it on YouTube. I don't think it exists anywhere else. Yogi Bear's Christmas.
I thought you were going to fucking say the Star Wars Christmas special or some bullshit like that.
I thought you were gonna reference that fucking song you played a few weeks ago that Jesse kept singing the entire show. What fucking song is that?
He's nice. He's too big.
Oh no, it's too big.
He's too big.
Is too big?
Hey, I was just going to say, let me jump in here. I don't know if you guys got more stuff to talk about with Christmas here, but I just want to tell you what I found on Spotify, okay? we're talking Black Bart, and I counted up approximately 10 songs on Spotify that have the title, more than 10 songs, Black Bart. All right. One of the bands that sings a song called Black Bart is called Cunts and Roses. That's CUNTS in Roses. And the name of the album, make sure I'm not getting this back. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the name of the album. The name of the album is Cunts and Roses. The artist is Country Dictator, such as CUNTRYDIKTATOR. Now, have any of you guys heard of Country Dictator?
It sounds like something someone from my high school would come up with.
It's on Spotify, my friends. I just want to look at the albums. You guys go ahead and talk. I want to look and see what else we got here off Cunts and Roses from 2012.
Well, I'm telling you right now, you should get yourself a copy of Yogi's First Christmas, which actually you can buy at Walmart for $14.99. Jesse, now that I've told you this, are you going to make sure that your kids watch Yogi's First Christmas?
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. Got it on. I'll put it in my calendar right now, Mark.
You got to get them something better than the fucking shit Cartoon Network plays. You know what I'm talking about, Jesse. You know what I'm talking about. Fucking Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer. Fucking Christmas fucking cow. God, that shitty, god-awful fucking Korean animation. Fucking eat my ass.
All right.
Dude, I had to watch. That is what I usually had to fucking watch on Christmas. Oh, Jesus, that was about as charming as a fucking hemorrhoid.
Mark is hooking us up with the YouTube links. I appreciate that, Mark.
Yeah, and God, I didn't realize I was so angry. I didn't realize I was so angry about that Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer. But Jesus, have y'all ever seen it?
It's been a while. It's been a long time.
God, it was like what? It came out like 2000 something, and it played it ad nauseum. It was just so obnoxious and based off a really stupid song, anyways.
I remember when that song came out.
Speaking of obnoxious, this is track 9. This is Blood Moon Rising.
Wrong song.
That's kind of all I got. No, I like the song. It sounds fine, but it's just kind of fine. There's when it's on, I enjoy it, and then it's off, it's entirely forgettable.
Yeah, just filler for the album. It's unremarkable in my opinion. They're sticking to the theme. There's when you see a song called Blood Moon Rising, I mean, what do you expect is going to happen in the song? It's going to be some kind of prophecy, and I've apparently they have caught on to all the Facebook shit where it seemed like every other fucking month there was something going on with the moon. And now, I don't know if you guys get that in your feed, but I've seen enough of that shit last year about, oh, check it out, the moon's it's blue moon, and oh, we got a red moon, and blood red moon, and moon's got super moon, and my asshole's the moon. I'm about tired of the fucking moon.
Yeah, every time somebody talks about moon, all I can think of is that clip from Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I assume neither of you have watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
That'd be correct, probably.
It's a scene where Vegeta, you might know who Vegeta is.
I know Vegeta.
Where he's going to transform into the Mighty Ozaru, but they blew up the moon. So he is trying to figure out where the moon is, and I'm just going to send you this, guy, because it's great. I love it. I almost sent it to the wrong person. That would have been great. Actually, this song, the entire time, all I could think of is Red Tide Rising by Orange Goblin, because it's a far more memorable song. Yeah. I did like, the one thing I really did like about the song, though, was that it was fast. So that made it at least somewhat memorable. Like, hey, it's something a little different. Cool.
All right.
I've seen the bad moon rising. That's pretty much all I got out of that.
I was making sure nobody clicked on it because I could just hear in the background. So just somebody's like, "Where's the goddamn moon?" And then it's big old moon, just blowing it up. And that's what I do every time somebody mentions the moon. I just scream moon.
I do have an over 9,000 shirt, by the way. Buddy of mine bought it. Buddy of mine bought it, and I like it.
I think it's great. And it's actually really funny. I only own one Dragon Ball shirt, and it's when I found it at a thrift store for $1. It's Super Saiyan Brothers.
Nice.
And one of my coworkers went, "Dude, that shirt's like $30 online. Where'd you find it?" Thrift store down the road for $1. He's like, "Damn, cool."
Fist bumps were had.
Yeah. Dude, I love the thrift store. You can find some. I found like Suffocation there. There've been a few wrestling shirts. They're kind of fallen off a little bit. So they had a shirt I wanted to box up and send to you. It was brown and it had a toilet. And it said taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Fuck off, jeez.
Dude, I would have sent that to you, and then you would have. Well, I mean, it was XL. I don't know what your
motherfucker. Okay, now I've told you guys a story. I worked at an arcade down here, probably I don't know, about 4 years or so. I ended up becoming a manager of my own arcade. Moved about 3 hours south. Okay,
cool.
So the guys would send me packages. Care packages, because they missed me, I missed them. They were nice enough to send me shit. I ended up getting a box full of fucking tissues because of one of the seasons that the Browns had. Yeah, that's my friends for you. So seeing something like that come in the mail coop, guess what? It wouldn't have been a fucking surprise.
And see, the funny thing is, I have the friends that I'm all excited about going to see this anime movie at this coffee house, like 40 minutes from the house. I'm like, finally, I took this night off. I've been waiting for it. It's gonna be great. So we get there, and we're waiting for 45 minutes until they start handing out. Until it started clicking when they handed us the program for the Harry Potter movie, and we're like, yeah, the Asians did leave. And then and then I'm like. And then I was like, actually, yeah, there's been a whole bunch of Harry Potter cosplayers. Why are they selling butterbeer? And and then one of my friends finally just has the smarts to go, "Hey, are y'all here to see Sword of the Stranger?" "No, actually, we're here to see Harry Potter." I said, "I see. What's this so special about it?" "Oh, it's got commentary with a guy from the internet." And then I just look up, and I just started screaming, "God damn it, are you fucking kidding me? It was on the fucking website. They had it on the events. What the fuck? Why did you fucking cancel it?" And they're dragging me away, and they think it's just hilarious that I'm so angry. Like, they are just laughing up a storm.
It's like a slap in the face.
That's my friends. They think it's funny when I get angry at stuff like that. And then I emailed them, emailed that place, and I said, hey, I waited for a while, and I'm just going to say I'm kind of disappointed that you didn't update the events page for the anime showings. That would have at least saved me some time. He goes, well, hey, man, it happens. We had to celebrate Harry Potter's birthday. And I'm like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. They didn't even say sorry. They just said, oh, it's Harry Potter's birthday. Like, rim my ass, bitch.
Takes that shit seriously. Damn.
Yeah, and see, it's funny. I actually really like that place and plan on going back, but I was pissed. Because they had already canceled, like, almost every anime showing they had anyways, because I guess nobody showed up for things like Unico, which is like a 1967 Osamu Tezuka film. Yeah, they're showing some real obscure shit that I wanted to go see. Because, if there's nothing that makes me happy, shit. What?
I just want you to know that I understand none of this.
He's fighting the urge to grab a pillow. That's all right, Mark. You'll be in with the cool kids one day. Don't worry.
He's already in with the cool kids because it's always time to murder it.
That's right. I forgot.
I just sent you guys a link that I feel like we need to discuss.
Okay.
After this next track.
All right. I'll read it.
Here into the West, and then want to come back and talk about this album here. So that might be my most favorite riff ever.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I wanted to share with you. Listen to Goblin Cock's new album. So the band's name is Goblin Cock.
I love that.
And their album is Necroma Donkey Kong Macan.
Necronama Donkey Kong Macan.
Yeah.
That is fucking awesome.
Donkey. That reminds me of one of my favorite bands, actually, Necrogoblicon, where they had a song about giraffes.
Seriously?
They did.
Necrogoblicon? Okay, you guys talk. I want to go to Spotify.
Yeah, it was suddenly giraffe.
Okay,
yeah.
First of all, I already beat you. I'm already there. I'm at Spotify.
No, Necrogoblicon is. That's the one I was heading for. Goblin Cock is not, though.
Well, it looks like what they have here is a single called Your Watch, which is probably from that album. So they have
Dude, I want to hear this so bad.
They have their 2008 release here is Come With Me If You Want to Live. And they say that some similar bands are High on Fire, Acid King, and Electric Wizard.
Oh, Electric Wizard. Interesting. That is an album title, though, that you just can't look at that and take that seriously. There's no fucking way you could take that seriously. And if there's not a chip tune in there, I'm going to be fucking disappointed.
All right, let's wrap this up. I'm tired. I don't want to go to bed.
All right there, old man Radulich. By the way, I have to say, the entire time we've been talking, I've been going da na 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 na.
It's stuck.
Totally catchy, right?
It's really catchy. It's like the herpes of music.
Great. All right, the HPV of music. Good stuff. All right. Last one. This is it's 11 minutes. We're only going to hear a few minutes of it, though. This is Last of the Mohicans.
Today, I buried my son. No father shall bury his son.
Okay, plugs.
No. These people want to hear the Last of the Mohicans. You give them their bit, at least a little bit of this song.
No.
Oh.
You know what I should have done? I should have been a smart ass and just put the trailer for the movie.
Oh, this shit's got to be matched up with it's got to be matched up with that movie. It's got to be.
They probably matched up with The Last Samurai.
Probably. All right. Overall, I mean, if you've heard Running Wild before, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. This was a solid effort. It was enjoyable. A couple of questionable weak tracks here or there, but overall, good effort. I'm going to give it a solid B.
Okay. Well, I will tell you this much. The 11th song on this album, albeit Mark Radulich does not want to give it its due, is, I think, my favorite song off of this album. It's 11 minutes long, yes. And for me going into this band with nothing, 15 albums I've heard, this is the first time I've ever heard this first time I ever heard an album by these guys. So 14 albums prior to this, be damned, because I don't know a lick of what is on any of that. And Last of the Mohicans, albeit it should not even be on this album. This isn't pirate metal in any way. At least I can't tie it to the pirates. I don't know if you guys listen to the lyrics, but that's the image that I've got in my head, was the movie Last of the Mohicans, and the story that's being told here is a damn good story. So just to kind of piggyback back off of the 2 seconds that we did hear of it, please, if you're listening to this album, give that song a chance. It may not fit in with the rest of the songs that are on here, but I believe it's probably one of the best. Now, as for my thoughts on the album as a whole, again, my first foray into Running Wild, not my first foreplay, but it is definitely I'll give it a thumbs up. It wasn't Ailstorm in my opinion. I think Ailstorm is a step above these guys, just because I appreciate the humor more than this is. Just like Mark said earlier, a historical recount in some of these songs and powerful metal / rock ballads. I don't want to say ballads, but I should say anthems, not ballads. So I'll give it a thumbs up.
Oh, all this positivity. Last of the Mohicans, based off the South Park episode, of course.
Historical accuracy.
Yeah. I felt like it was a good song. More than I can say for most of the album, but good song. It was memorable, a little long, but memorable. For me, the album, I give it about a 4 out of 10, which is that's below average. There's some good stuff on here. There's stuff that I like. The opening track with the red sails. Pretty good, nice opener, kind of gets you pumped. Then the Black Moon Rising. I think that was it. No, Red Moon. Fucking Moon. Moon. That was good. That was a good fast. There's some good fast songs on here. The closer's pretty nice. The thing I just find kind of unfortunate about it is they do a few things on this album, and they do some of them well, but the problem is there's a certain point where it really kind of hits a wall, and you're just waiting for the album to be over.
There's only so much you can sing about when it comes to pirates. That's what I ran into.
There are plenty of things. Ailstorm wrote a song, a 2-minute story about a guy and his wooden leg.
You see, but do you think these guys would do anything like that? Is that something that they've done in the past where they've embraced?
Could turn it into some epic ballad.
I would. No, see, here's the thing, and I'm with Jesse on this. I think these guys take the medium very seriously, whereas Ailstorm, they are playing the genre for laughs. The music is good, no one's saying otherwise, but they know they're kind of a jokey gimmick band. Whereas Running Wild is like that, they're like serious Germans, like this is important stuff we're talking about here, and it's like, all right, take it easy there, Fritz.
well, it's one of those like, yeah, they have good lyrical content and they take it seriously, but I just feel like at this point, old Yard Sale Rolf or whatever his name is.
Yard Sale.
Yard Sale Rolf. Scurvy. I just feel like to a certain point it's like, okay. Like musically, I think they kind of lost it, especially when you consider how many band members they're missing at this point from a lot of their classic music. But again, this album, if you like Running Wild, you'll find this album good. You'll like it. If you're just if you like Running Wild, but you're not huge on them, I think honestly you'll probably just kind of find where I am, where I'm like, there's some good stuff here. I'm not going to remember I'd listen to this album at the end of the year.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to sum it up. All right, next week is KMFDM Doing It Again, a treat for the freaks, truth or dare. Something or other, we don't care. No, I take that back. That we're actually off next week. KMFDM.
You're hitting clutch next week, aren't you?
Nope, that's not until October.
Yeah.
No, next week, the whole thing was that Devin Townsend was supposed to release an album this Friday. They moved it up. They moved it back to the 9th. So now there's really nothing unless we go back into the calendar and find something to review. There's nothing to review for this week coming up. So we're off.
Cool. I can make plans.
You can go bang that girl if you want.
Well, actually, I'm going to go try and meet another girl. That's the one that's like blowing me off 3 times. And I'm like, hey, she keeps trying to talk to me. She's cute. Why not? Yeah, at a coffee house. That was like, it was Harry Potter's birthday. So I'll let you know how it went. Hopefully it won't be Harry Potter's birthday.
We'll be back on September 14th with KMFDM Doing It Again, a treat for the freaks, truth or dare. You don't know, we don't care. With KMFDM Rocks, Milestones Reloaded. Jesse, just look it up, okay?
Sure.
What the fuck he said? KMFDM Doing It Again? You just look up KMFDM Doing It Again, you'll know what it's all about.
All right.
However, next week, speaking of Jesse and his fine podcast, Jesse and I are putting together a joint project called Alan Moore Month. It's brought to you by the good people from Source Material and Long Road to Ruin. For the next 4 weeks, we will be looking at one of the Alan Moore graphic novels that was turned into a movie, starting with The Watchmen. Oh my God, this fucking book.
I wish you would have read From Hell. I really wish, or at least read the first 5 pages, and then I would have loved to have heard your exasperated sigh, as you would have been like, fucking find me a gun, please. I don't want Alan Moore Month to happen.
Is it that bad?
I'm going to try. I mean, I bought the book. I'm going to try to actually read it.
Not going to fucking happen.
So we've got September 8th. We've got The Watchmen, where we're going to compare the graphic novel to the movie. And then on the 15th, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. On the 22nd, V for Vendetta. And then we'll wrap it up with From Hell. As far as the albums we're reviewing, as I said, we're off next week. We're back the 14th with KMFDM, doing it again, Treat for the Freaks, Truth or Dare. And then on the 21st, we're reviewing the new Brujeria album. And then Tuesday, the 27th. Now, Coop, we have to do a Wednesday, right? That's the only time that you can record is Wednesdays now.
Well,
oh no, schedule change.
Well, actually, I mean, since I changed majors, it's back to potpourri. Like, hey, you get this if you get the day off. So I'm hoping they'll keep giving me Wednesdays off because I did hint to my manager. I'm like, hey, my schedule changed, but if you want to keep giving me Wednesday nights off, I'd love that.
All right. Well, right now I'm going to move the Magnificent Seven reviews Tuesday, and we'll review Every Time I Die Low Teens on September 28th, which is a Wednesday. All right.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted. Just like a basketball game, keep you posted.
All right, that's all I got. I'm tired. Do plugs. Go. Someone talk.
Ooh, that's my cue. Oh, you want to talk, Jesse? I've been in.
No,
I've been
sir.
cutting you
Please.
off on...
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so there's this podcast, Metal Hammer of Doom. I like it. I'm on it almost every week, and I constantly plug it to people and tell them to go listen.
Even on the show itself.
Right, yeah. I mean, if you made it this far and you're wondering, what are we listening to? It's the Metal Hammer of Doom. So there you go. Other podcasts that I do that I've not done in nearly 2 years. Oops. The Sentai Writer Podcast, and we are at 530 likes on Facebook now. Thank you, South America. You can find us on Facebook on Facebook.com/Sentai Writer Podcast. That is SENTAIRIDER podcast. We talk about Tokusatsu, and we got a new Kamen Rider series coming out this upcoming month. So maybe we'll do something. Maybe, I don't know. It's worth a shot. So, yeah, there's that. I just finished reading a really nice manga called Orange. You can buy it all in 2 collected omnibus volumes. It's absolutely wonderful and makes my heart sing. Though if suicide's a subject that makes you go, eee, well, maybe you might find some common ground with it. But, yeah. It's about a girl who gets a letter from herself 10 years in the future saying, "Hey, your friend's going to commit suicide. Save him." So, yeah,
that's interesting.
Emotionally heavy. Yeah, it's so absolutely wonderful. I read all of it in like a few hours. It's only 22 chapters. So there you go. It's called Orange. So there you go. Go read that. All right, Jesse.
All right. Well, thanks again, boys, for having a great show and inviting me on here. I love talking metal, pirate metal, moon metal, and also moon. And I love Line with Coop. I don't think there's, it doesn't get much better than that. As for myself, Radulich just went through the source material schedule, so I won't go through that again. But you can catch us sometimes on Mondays. This coming September, we're just going to throw some neat little bits in there. Not too many long shows, I don't think, on Mondays there for September, since we're going to be tag teaming with Long Road to Ruin for Alan Moore month. But keep an eye on things. If we schedule something, it'll show up on the Radulich and Broadcasting Network Facebook page, which you guys should give a like to, so you can stay up on top of all the great podcasts that the Radulich and Broadcasting Network has to offer. And again, we don't bombard you with a bunch of bullshit. We tell you when a podcast is coming up, we promote it a little bit so you can stay up on top of it and catch it either live or later on down the road on iTunes, Stitcher, or TuneIn Radio. Now, go ahead and plug some other podcasts that I'm on. Cheap Seats, I haven't heard if we're going to be having a show this week. I don't know. Football, NFL does not start until a week after this Thursday, I believe. I could be wrong. I have to check my schedule. But again, me and Jason Teasley usually do the sports podcast, which I could see Teasley jumping all over this whole Colin Kaepernick thing and saying, "We've got to do a show. I've got to talk about it." I say, "Sir, go right ahead and talk. Go right ahead and talk all about it."
Talk about it.
Talk about it. So it'll be fun. See if he wants to do that. I don't know. It might happen Thursday. It may not. But when we get him on there, by golly, I want to bring it up if he forgets all about it because he, I'm sure, has plenty of opinions. And my boys over at the Screaming Boy podcast, they have come back and they are dropping episodes like it's, the Radulich and Broadcasting members drop pants. They've been dropping episodes back to back here the past couple weeks, which I had the opportunity to be on. Documentary Diary. We did one on 24 Hours on Craigslist. And we also did one on a documentary about Formula One racing. Hunt versus Lauda, which was the basis for the movie Rush, I believe. So it was good times were had by all, especially the Craigslist one when we got on Craigslist and looked at all the local Craigslist ads here in Marietta, Parkersburg area. The missed connections were fucking awesome. I'll just put it that much, especially for that one person. There was one person that missed a connection at a fast food joint with the lady that worked behind the counter. Like, you can't fucking go back there and see the girl. You put it on Craigslist. So anyway, check it out. It was a great show. That's all I have. You can follow me at Stiznarkey. And again, boys, thank you very much. Had a great time. Look forward to the next episode.
You know, if y'all ever cover the documentary Tatsumi, it's about manga author Yoshihiro Tatsumi, let me know. I'll totally jump in on that.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
All right, for Coop, we're just starter. Be well. I am your mandated reporter, Mr. Mark Radulich. This has been the Metal Hammer of Doom. Be well, be safe, and behave.
Pump it up this summer, literally. Underinflated tires can overheat and endanger lives. Whether you're driving across town or across Florida, make sure your tires are properly inflated, damage-free, and have adequate tread depth. The trip to your destination can be half the fun, so take your time and enjoy the ride. The Florida Highway Patrol reminds you to slow down and stay cool this summer. Brought to you by the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles. Visit flhsmv.gov for more information.
Electricity is more than a source of energy. At its best, electricity is a rush, a thrill, a feeling. From hybrids to plug-in hybrids to the all-electric Lexus RZ, this is our take on electric. One that puts what you need, what makes you feel confident, inspired, excited, above all else. After all, if it doesn't spark something in you, is it really electric? Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.